find a bigger venue? Couldn't he find a bigger venue? Only a poxy little room? What's going on?
He doesn't want to hear us, does
Does
he?
he think we're stupid?
Hands off our forest! 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 Mark Harper, come down!
Get Harper down here!
Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here! Get Harper down here!
Get Harper down here now!
Yeah.
I would like to ask about the democracy of the consultation document. If I understand correctly, it's only available online. And in the area where I live, 80% of people don't have computers. You've just referred to a map showing the woodlands that are being considered as part of the forest, and that you said was available online. But what happens to the 80% that don't have a computer?
It is online because obviously for a lot of people that's convenient, but it is possible to get a hard copy of it, and indeed you can get it in other formats. So for people, for example, who are visually impaired or need it in a different format, you can get it from the department and from I think, and you can get it. You can get it from the. You can. Well, hang on, let me just answer the lady's question. You can get it from the Forestry Commission. So, if it would be helpful, I'll put the details or a link to them on my website, and I'll make them. let me finish the sentence, and I will also make sure the details are in my office, so that if anyone wants to telephone my office, we will be able to give them the details or send the details in the post so that you can get a copy, to make it as easy as possible for you to participate. And I think my office has also produced some copies, so that if you do need one in hard copy, you will be able to get one.
I would just like to have seen them in our libraries, which is where most people access information that isn't available.
Right, no, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Mr. Harper, when I met with you a little while ago, I asked you a question about why haven't there been a green paper before the white paper. You didn't have an answer for me then. I'm still waiting for an answer, and I'm back to my form one. Could you give it, please?
Yes. As I said, these are proposals, and they're being consulted on, and the government, when it's going to listen to the consultation before it lays out what it proposes to do. So this is a consultation document.
Why is it on white and not on green? We were told, you told me yourself that it's normal government practice to have a green paper first for proposals, not white. It goes green, then white. It's jumped straight to white. You weren't getting an answer on that. I'm still waiting, and I am still waiting.
Yeah. No, it's normally what happens is you have a green paper with some proposals, you consult on them, then the government finalises what it's doing in what's called a white paper.
Yes.
This is, well, let me finish. This is a consultation document. So these are proposals, and the government will then listen to the consultation document before it lays out what it is going to do. So this is a consultation document. This isn't the answer. These are no, it's black and white. These are the questions, and the government wants to listen to your responses.
3 points, please, Mark. 3 brief points.
Yeah.
One, could I just express how disappointed I am at the organisation of this meeting?
Yes.
you talk about this proposal, and I understand the reasons why you haven't said anything until now. 24 hours notice, a venue that holds a pocket full of people. I've heard there's 200 people outside. Please keep your promise and have a second public meeting, have it in a bigger venue, have your PA working so we can all have a good debate. That's number one. Number two, just express the fear about a charitable trust. Okay? I think it was expressed earlier in the evening. People don't believe it because I've already heard of 5 names put forward for that charitable trust. One's an asset stripper, one's an open cast person, and the other one's a builder. So if that's the sort of people we're going to have in a charitable trust, forget it. And number 3, why don't you do the honourable thing for your party and for yourself? 400,000 people and rising have voted against this on the 38 Degrees website. 10,000 people have signed a petition in the Forest of Dean. 3,000 people came out in a snowstorm, freezing cold, to tell you how we feel about it. Thousands and thousands of people are looking at the Hoof website. Just call a halt to it now and say, we've made a mistake, let's call a halt to it, let's do away with the public bodies, the forestry sections of the Public Forest Bill, and let's get on with our business, because
on the meeting, I already said at the beginning, and we said to the people outside, I'm very happy to have another one. The reason why I wanted to hold one early was because I wanted to hold it early in the consultation process, so that I could hear what people have got to say and deal with some of the questions. And I've already said that I will have, I'm very happy to have another one. So that's, I made that clear at the beginning. Your point about trustees, I mean, that was effectively a similar question to the one that was asked by, I think Jonathan asked it earlier. No, I mean, very clearly, if the government would have to make sure that if there was a charitable trust, that its objectives were absolutely clear, and that it was going to protect all the public benefits. I've already said, if you were going to transfer ownership, you may not even do it by a freehold anyway, maybe by a leasehold with other conditions. That's the whole point of why it's a charitable trust rather than a private or commercial organisation. And then the final point was, well, the whole point of having a consultation is to listen to what people have got to say about the different options in the paper. And all I've said is, I think it is worth, as far as the Forest of Dean is concerned, it's worth asking the question about whether there's an alternative way. If there isn't, that's absolutely fine. The government's saying it thinks there's a good case for it, and it's consulting people. That's all. It's not, it's a very straightforward matter. And I have to say, since we made it clear in the consultation document that we were not selling the Forest of Dean to the private sector, no, I have had people who can see that there's at least a benefit in looking at whether a charitable trust would better protect the things that we all value than the status quo. And I don't see any harm in at least looking at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close the meeting. Would you allow me to speak, please? Would you allow me to speak? I'm going to close the meeting now. Mark has told us that he is going to call another one. Well, I'm afraid we're out of time. We are already in excess of half an hour over the time that we are allowed to be in here, according to its planning consent. I would like to thank Mark Harper for coming here and answering your questions. Thank you all very much for the way in which you have handled this difficult situation. It's a very emotive subject, and I think you have all done brilliantly. Thank you very much.
Hello, sorry, Mr. No, that's all right. Yeah, do you want to follow us out?